welcome to the Unqualified Podcast with Leon Wilson. That's me. And I'm joined today by my lovely wife, Ashley Wilson, who is here with me today. And hi, Ashley.
Hi.
So we have launched this podcast and we have just ran with it, and my wife has been just incredibly gracious enough to the backing and the help and everything. So in front of everybody, baby, thank you very much for doing that. So I know it hasn't been easy to go along with it, but I certainly appreciate it. So Ashley's more along the lines of just tell me what you need and I'll help you with it.
I'm a background person.
Yeah, completely background.
Yeah, I don't like spotlight.
She doesn't. She really doesn't. So, babe, what'd you think about today's service? How'd that hit you?
It was great. Everything just flowed good, and you just preached your little heart out. It was good.
So it's Ashley's really never in like the public's eye, and that's something that I love about you. Like you are a huge supporter, and
I hope you erase most of this.
Not this part. We so we started out, in mostly just preaching and singing. It actually started out singing. And believe it or not, the podcast portion was not even anywhere near our eyes, was it? Like, just really never even crossed our minds. And we actually started out like traveling, like when Ashley and I started dating. And you can speak to this if you want to, baby. But when we started dating, we actually started dating in church, and she can give a little bit of background on that. But if it was anything for you, like it's been for me, and we've kind of had these conversations or whatever, but I guess just give them a little bit of background to how we met.
The whole thing?
No,
just bits and pieces.
About how we dated, I guess.
Oh. We just met up at the ice cream shop one day and met each other, and because he had just moved from Indianapolis, and we had already set up all these boundaries and what we were looking for before we ever laid eyes on each other. And not laid eyes on, I knew what he looked like and he knew what I looked like, but like in person. And so we already knew what each other wanted and how the Lord was a big part of our lives. And so we met up and we just clicked, and we've been together ever since. And everything really has been revolved around church and
ministry.
And ministry.
So when we first got together, and this just kind of to give y'all, I mean, surely there's going to be somebody who's never met us who tunes in. And there's probably some folks that have met us and talked to us and probably thinking, man, who are these people? And, we never heard this part of the story. But I was raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. Ashley was raised in this area and near Cowpens and Gaffney, South Carolina. And so the Lord moved me down here. It wasn't me that moved me down here. The Lord moved me down here. And I absolutely fell in love with God. And there's no other way I can really say it. It's just been a roller coaster. And don't get me wrong, like Ashley was being kind. We really haven't had it easy, have we? It's been a challenge, and attacks on our family, attacks against our our character. We've been through it. And probably the one thing that I never saw coming was how much couples therapy we've done. Like,
Yep.
and
And we're not experts, but
No.
we've been there and done it.
yeah,
So that's how we've helped other people.
Yeah.
Because we've been through some stuff.
and I mean, how many people have just
I don't have any idea. None. I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
But
it's like they come out of the woodwork.
when you've been there and you've done it, you can relate to people and you can understand where they're coming from, where somebody has never been through a divorce or any marriage issues. I mean, you can't really relate to them because you don't know what they're going through and the ups and downs and the different emotions and
Mm-hmm.
all that comes with it and blending families. And you don't know what that is unless you've been through it.
Yeah.
And we've been through it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we got together. We were dating, and we've been through some churches, and all over. I mean, it's we've stayed in some crazy hotels and motels and all that. And it's been like, honestly, we were probably just as blessed in one of these churches where we stayed in the Roach Motel as we've been blessed at a multi-million-dollar facility. I mean, would you agree? I mean,
Yeah.
and it's been like, you know, the whole time we were dating God. Like, God was in the center of our relationship.
Yeah.
And it's helped, I think, tremendously, you know, that we've not lost sight of that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look at it now, you know, like we've been able to sing in some churches. Ashley sang under the big top one time at a tent revival. You remember that?
And I don't do public, so that was a big deal for me.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and spell this out. So we were at this tent revival in Sevierville, Tennessee, near Pigeon Forge, and so there was some folks there who had taken us, and they said, "Okay, Miss Ashley, you come sing." And Ashley's like, "I don't know." I don't know. And then she ends up going up there and just blessed everybody's heart. I mean, it was fantastic. So the secret's out now, babe. You can sing Secret's Out. But honestly, so that's been our marriage. Like, don't get me wrong, ups and downs. There's a lot of stuff that's gone on in between. And the Lord blessed me. You know, I don't know how she feels about it, but the Lord blessed me with a wife that's going to stand by me and back me up, and like just been tremendous in all of this. I mean, like, this podcast is a drop in the bucket compared to all the support that this woman's given me. So, in front of everybody, babe, thank you for being so sweet to me and helping me, because I would definitely be a bum without you. And so now comes the hard part, where we invite you, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, to take a moment and think about your marriage, and think about, where does God fit into that marriage?
Or if you're dating.
Yeah. Especially if you're dating.
Yeah.
Where does God fit into that? Because,
Can I say something?
sure, absolutely.
So I think that a lot of times you put yourself with people and God's not he hadn't put you with that person, and that's when it don't work out. And I think that that's kind of what we went through, and then it ended in divorce. And so just be sure that when you're with somebody and when you're dating, that God's put you with that person.
Absolutely.
He's got to be the center. If you get a partner that loves the Lord, then there's no problem going to be loving each other and treating each other right. And ladies, if you get a good man that loves the Lord and puts the Lord first, then he's going to love you like you need to be loved. And that's how Leon loves me.
I did not pay her to say that.
It's true. It is true. And we have people that can see it. I mean, and I'm not bragging on you, and it's just God that's in you that it just comes out.
I'll say this. If you put God first in the center of your marriage and you build everything on that, he's going to build a life around you. Yeah. He did it for me. He's done it for my wife. We're watching him do it for my sister, and it's way beyond what you can do. Like, you can't do it. You can try to make an incredible life for yourself. And you know, we get wrapped up on the physical side of things, you know, and I'll say the big thing is money. You get wrapped up on money. You get wrapped up on the financial side of things. And don't get me wrong, you need money. My goodness, in the recession that we just was in, you needed money. You had to have money. But the truth is, I could love this woman in a cardboard box and be happy, incredibly happy, because God's still with us in that cardboard box. Think about it. Think about that question. It's important to think about. It's the most important to think about. Probably the craziest part of marriage is having a blended family. You know, like the opportunities you get to give life lessons to somebody that, you know, or them to teach you something. Like, nobody teaches you like a toddler. Toddlers are going to teach you. Ain't that right, babe? Mm-hmm. So we have grandchildren, and my goodness, you know, you learn real quick about watching what you say around a toddler, because before you think about it, like, they're going to be saying what you're saying, and they're going to be doing what you're doing. And we have learned a whole lot just by driving with these kids and hearing them sing praises to God in the back seat. So question number 2, probably. If God's in the center of your relationship, is he also in the center of your household? And I think that if you can't answer that in a way that makes you proud to say, yes, God's in the center of my household, then what are you doing? What do you think, babe?
This is another hard question, baby. You just take that away. He's got to be in the center. I don't know what else to say other than that.
I mean, that's the answer, right? Yeah. I mean, the answer is God's got to be in the center.
Yeah.
How many times has something in our life happened where...
Yeah, if we hadn't had God, then we'd have just fell apart.
Yeah. How many times have we had to ask, has anybody prayed?
Yeah.
Who's praying? And I think I guess that's the test. that tells you whether God's in the center of your household. And I'm not talking about the dwelling place of me and my wife. I'm talking about my family. I'm talking about when you say, God's in the center of my family. People are calling you. Your family's calling you, saying, pray for me. Pray for me. Please pray for me. Because XYZ. Are you the person that they call to pray? And I think that's also important. That, like, I think about my wife and I'm like, hey, let's pray. My wife texts me all the time. Hey, pray for so-and-so. Did you call so-and-so? Are you praying for so-and-so? Like, if you're a preacher and you don't have a wife that does that for you, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But my wife calls me, texts me all the time. Did you reach out to so-and-so? Are you praying for so-and-so? I mean, don't you? You do it all the time.
Yeah, because I know you're busy. You're busy at work and you got a lot of stuff going on.
I do. But you can't be too busy to pray. You can't be.
Or reach out to people.
That's
takes a few seconds.
Yeah.
To let people know that you care about them. That's important.
I agree. But anyways, that's a little conversation that my wife and I spur of the moment, and we thank God about it. But certainly appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, this has been the Unqualified Podcast with Leon Wilson.